confined confined and every confined with the years of experience, 34 years. 34 years of experience working with various companies, various industries, mainly as a creator, or crafter. He is a principal crafter of startups. Startup அப்படிங்கிற விஷயத்துக்கு அந்த craft பண்ற அந்த technique, it is an art. How to make a startup, it is an art. And the crafter or principal crafter of all industry. He is one of the principal mentor for many industries, many firms actually. And he is a founder and chairman of newest advisory firm, founder and chairman, as well as he has been associated with a lot of companies from USA, Belgium, India, and all over the world. Predominantly, he is a 25th employee of Hexagon. Hexagon, you all know very well. He is the 25th employee of Hexagon and around produced over 6,000 people for that industry. People minds, எப்படி இருக்கும், ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் எப்படி கிராஃப்ட் பண்ணலாம், அவங்களோட ஐடியாவை எப்படி கிராஃப்ட் பண்ணலாம், how to mentor a human being. இந்த மாதிரி தனக்குள்ள ஏகப்பட்ட விஷயங்களை வைத்திருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு omnipotent resource person we are having here, Mr. Sundar Rajan. Thank you for being here, sir. I am very much happy and glad to introduce about Mr. Sundar Rajan here. And with Mr. Sundar Rajan, another dynamic person, for a multifaceted businessman. He is always conceptual. Kitty, இது மாதிரி ஒரு கான்செப்ட்ஸ அப்படியே ஒரு ரெப்ளிகேட் பண்ணிட்டே இருப்பாரு. சொல்லுவாரு, இது 4 வார்த்தை தான் பேசியிருப்பாரு. இந்த 4 வார்த்தை பேசினதுக்கு அப்புறம் அதை பின்னாடி திரும்ப நான் ரீவர்க் பண்ணி பார்த்தா அது என்னென்னமோ இருக்கும். அதை ரீசர்ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டே இருப்போம். ஐயோ என்னடா இப்படி என்னமோ சொன்னோமே, அவர் என்னமோ நிறைய சொல்றாரு, 4 வார்த்தையில சொல்லிட்டு போயிட்டார். அவர் சொன்ன விஷயத்தை நான் திரும்ப ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணி பார்க்கறதுக்கு அவ்வளவு டெப்தா நான் ஒர்க் பண்ற வேலை இருக்கும். அதனால சம்டைம்ஸ் ஐ யூஸ் டு வெளியில இருந்து ப்ளூ டிக் பார்க்காம வெளியில இருந்தே வாட்ஸ்அப் மெசேஜ் மட்டும் ரீட் பண்ணி ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணிட்டு போய் திரும்ப பேசிப்போம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டுலாம் நான் எடுத்து இன்னைக்கு காலையில் கண்டுபிடிச்சேன். கீர்த்தி நேற்று நீங்க கொஞ்சம் சைலண்டா இருக்கீங்க, கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டீங்களா சார் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி நான் மனசுல நினைச்சுக்கிறேன். ஸோ ஹீ இஸ் சச் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் பர்சன். அவரோட ஒரு விஷயம் எனக்கு பெர்ஃபெக்டா பிடிச்ச ஒரு விஷயம் என்ன சொன்னா, திங்க் லைக் எ கார்ப்பரேட், ஒர்க் டுவர்ட்ஸ் சொசைட்டி. நம்ம சொசைட்டிக்கு ஒர்க் பண்ணாலும் we need to think like a corporate to be highly disciplined. So he is such a multifaceted businessman, Mr. Balasubramaniam. I would like to introduce Mr. Balasubramaniam to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. So the two principal people are the resource persons for this workshop. This workshop is meant to be ignite, which can ignite the employability skills and run towards sustainable goals in you. To ignite both these things, the two people are here. Thank you to the resource persons. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Can I use both the?
So only one. Yes, ma'am, sir.
Walking around.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon, friends,
Yes, ma'am.
professors, and my dear students. So please excuse me if I fall asleep. I hope all of you are not going to sleep in this session. Can we take a vote to participate? This is going to be a very unique workshop because we are going to go for a world tour sitting here. So are you all ready? Energy, go for it. Say yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are friends. We're going to exchange a lot of information in the next 1 hour. So let's get ready. Okay? you know, it is useful for both of us. Why for me personally is, I'm here for a mission. In a mission now, 1991 I started my career, and since then I've been hiring freshers. Okay, colleges there are very few colleges, or basically engineering students, but also non-engineering. ஒரு 10-20 காலேஜ்ல போயிட்டு ஒரு 100 people we used to hire, but you know out of how many we used to hire out of 10,000 students, மிச்சவங்கள ரிஜெக்ட் பண்ணிடுவோம். Okay, and then these 100 people were put on a massive training platform for the industry, and then all of them are CEOs today. Okay, we're doing very well internationally, all that. இது ஒரு வருஷம் பண்ணல, இது வந்து over the last 30 odd years, and now the volumes have reached to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 per year. Okay, fresh engineers from colleges. And you know how many people we reject? 1 lakh. 1 to 2 lakh engineers or graduates we screen to get. The ratio is around 2 to 2.5%. Okay, it's a very important metrics. So நீங்க college குள்ள இருந்தீங்கன்னா உங்களோட ratio is, I mean, placement maybe about 500, 600 ready students. You are competing with each other for the companies that are coming here. So 500 students நீங்க compete பண்றீங்க. Imagine if you don't get a job and you go out. Can you guess how many graduates are there in the market for which you have to compete? Or number, you know? எவ்வளவு பேர் இருப்பாங்க? Suppose you apply for a TCS job or a Infosys or any other Standard Chartered or State Bank of India job. எவ்வளவு பேர் apply பண்ணுவாங்க இந்த மாதிரி jobs? Any guess? Lakhs. How many lakhs? 99 lakhs before it becomes a crore? How many? 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, okay? Imagine 500, compete with 500 here versus competing with so many lakhs outside, okay? Anga poningana, it's a rat race outside this campus. So the whole mission here is, ungala vande the campus kulle or 500 people would compete panni, how to make you ready is the real mission, not only for the college. We from the industry want to come and select you in the campus. We don't want to reject you. Okay, so that is the whole mission. Adukku vandu neenga enna pannalam, what is your journey in this is what we are going to unfold. Adukku first thing is you should know what's happening around the world. You know, today India is one of the fastest growing economy, and people are coming from all over the world to hire. It's not only Indian companies, it is across the world they are coming and setting up their shops in India. So NASA will be hiring, you know, be it Teslas of the world, ellaru varuvanga. They will come to universities or colleges where they see talent is mushrooming. So ungaloda responsibility enna, you have to show that you are one of the best talents sitting in Tanjavur and making noise that come and hire me. And the satham varalana, you will not be in the radar itself. I'll ask you one simple question. Do you feel that you are in the radar of that kind of visibility that we are talking about? Periya companies oda radar la irkingla illaya? You can just answer yes or no. No. Oh my God, you're the best in this college, I thought. You're not in the radar, is it? Okay. We met a few of you, 20-30 students paathom. Very good students. They are definitely of national caliber, potential to get hired by good companies. I'm sure all of you are also. Don't think that you don't have the capability, but are you visible in the marketplace is very, very important. So this story is about how do you make yourself visible, okay? And then the years learning, final years, or you're all mixed up from first years to final years? All of you are mixed up. Very good, because final year la vandu ellathiyum kathukonona mudiyadhu. You have to prepare yourself from first year, if not from 9th standard. Okay, only then your journey is much more comfortable towards going into the workplace. But I know you, I'm not scaring you. First year la irundinga, start getting ready now. Don't waste your year. Second year la you lost 50% of your time. Finally, if you are trying to prepare yourself, you're across the bridge, you cross the bridge, so you have just something to be done before you get noticed. Okay? So this journey is all about how you make yourself noticed in this marketplace as an individual, as a group, and as a college, as a brand that we are talking about. Okay? So next half an hour, I know I will not try to bore you, but we'll go for a world tour. So I have put three things. What is happening around you? You know, unga sutti enna nadakkuradhu in the sense around the world. What is happening around this world? Few things that you can tell from the top of your mind. What are we going through? Guys, what are we going through? One thing, what is the topmost thing that the world is worried today? It's there. The answer is right there in front of you. Good, employability. There is one more thing on the slide which will tell you why the world, what is the world worried about? It's colorful. Idhukku mele glue kudutha waste. Yes, environmental issues. What is happening to the planet? Global warming. Yes. Eppo nadakka porudhu global warming? Currently. So it's warming up as we are talking, right? Yes. So there are lots of issues. What are these issues? You will be shocked. Anybody following the wars in Ukraine and other things, other countries? Anybody is registered to the Mars mission? They are asked for people who are volunteering to go to Mars. Did any one of you at least? Unnoru college there was one person who had gone and registered. He wanted to go to Mars. Anybody here? Anybody from the aeronauticals division who wants to go to Mars? Yes? No sponsor. Boy, they are going to sponsor it. They are asking you to come and join the army. Okay, so that's what we are going to see. Can I have the next slide? I can do it. So three things are happening around you, which you should be conscious. Employability, you all said, but other two things are also very important. AI has come, so they are feeling that half the jobs will be gone. Okay, maybe it's gone, but it will create new jobs. I am very positive about it. There are lots of new jobs that are going to come. But beyond all this, if you are not going to be part of the entrepreneurship journey, frankly speaking, I feel each one of you have a potential to be part of a new idea. Forget startup, all those jargons. Unga veetla, if you can sit and solve one problem, you are in the ideation space. Okay, fuse pona evlo perku fuse poda theriyum. Fuse enga irukku theriyuma veetla first. Okay, so anganda aarambikkom. So you should not go and call somebody electrician to fix if you are an engineer yourself. That's the whole idea. There are lots of jokes around that. So ideation starts at home. Okay, if you can go to the kitchen and make a new dish, ideation starts from there. New idea, new dish try pandringa. You're talking about designing new clothes for yourself, upscaling clothes. We'll come to all that. So are you able to think of a new idea? Then you are in that side of the world. You started your entrepreneurship journey, but you're not serious. That's the only thing. You are not in the. We are an average of 5 people we know. You're right. The friends of average of 5 people is you. So adil 3 பேர் வந்து தம் அடிச்சிண்டு 2 பேர் வந்து சினிமா பார்த்திருந்தாங்கன்னா you are average of 5. What are you? You are a smoking movie enthusiast. Okay. அதே அந்த 3 பேர் வந்து IIT or any other master's degree prepare பண்ணிட்டு அதுல 2 பேர் வந்து wants to become a global consultant. You are an average of 5. I used to follow Steven Spielberg, James Cameron. They are 5 of them. They defined what the movie world is, Hollywood is, for the last 5 decades. Average, adla இன்னும் 3 பேர் இருக்காங்க. All the science fiction movies which came in the last 10 to 15 years have become reality today. They could go and find the truth before these inventions happened, make them into movies. And these 5 people, if you see their average intelligence, they created what the world is today. In terms of visual thing, but they could, you know, be it Apples of the world, be it any of the FANG companies that we are talking about, they could bring it to what we see today. Okay, so if unga 5 friends la neenga friend circle la 5 peroda average eduthu paarenga, then you decide which direction your life will go in. Okay, so that's where we are. So if you're, but the third thing is very important, mobility. What is mobility? What mobility means? What do you think it is in this context? Yes, guys, Allah quite writing. I think it's not going to be a monologue. You have to tell me what it is. Sorry? Way to, path. Yeah, the road signifies mobility is one. What else is mobility? Unga subjects have you touched on? Anybody studies history here? No history student? Okay, you are the best person to tell us what mobility is, maybe more than the engineers. Okay, you will see why mobility is important. Okay, so in your context, you know, coming from home to, you know, the college is mobility, frankly speaking. But to go and create careers, you have to be mobile. You have to go places. You have to see other geographies. If you are not mobile, if you are expecting work to come to you, it will not. If you expect companies to come to you to hire, you have to go and reach out. So be mobile. Be extremely, you know, knowledgeable about where you are going. Evlo per on the more than 10 cities pathirkeenga. Pondicherry poirukeenga. Where in the Bangalore? Okay. Which Chennai? How many Chennai? Okay. Good, good. Trichy? Hello. Trichy na Trichy da irukeenga. Okay. Tanjavur, Trichy. So I think Chennai is a lot of hands. So you've gone to Chennai, some have gone to Bangalore. Bombay? Okay, good number. Beyond that, Delhi? Okay, we see one or two there. This side, northeast, Calcutta. Okay, we have one or two hands. So people have traveled. It's not that, you know, people who have not left Tanjavur at all. No problem, you could be here all your life and not traveled anywhere else. Okay, there could be somebody, we don't know. But why this is important is, the more you travel, the more you learn. It's important that we are mobile. You know, India would a main problem the skill is somewhere, the jobs are somewhere. So a lot of people are unemployed because of that. So if you don't address the third factor, mobility, you know, why are American students coming to India to learn what we are, you know, what is happening in this side of the world? They've created so much of mobility in their learning process that they're traveling to all the countries where they want to learn. So I'm not saying you should spend a lot of money and all that, but today virtually you can travel. Okay, there's a lot of content, YouTube, social media, Insta learning, that's important. You can travel the world. That's what we are going to do. So can you go to the next slide? So basic definition of employability program, just to make you understand what you set out to come. I think most of us would have forgotten what is employability. That's why we are struggling to find jobs today. So the dictionary definition is a set of achievements, skills, undertakings, understandings and personal attributes that make graduates more likely to gain employment and be successful in their chosen occupations, which benefits themselves, the workforce, the community. And employability is the skills and abilities that allow you to be employed. Okay, as simple as that. But do we have the skills? I'm telling you, most of us don't have the skills. We are only, for the skills, you need 3H education. One is head, hand and heart. Most of us are only educated in the head. So we read books, we see a lot of content, lecture but our hands are not ready. How much practical hours have you put in this college is very, very important. Not just in this college. Are you using whichever way to train your hands for the skills that you want to get employed. I'm telling you it's zero. So that's why we are here looking for jobs and not ready yet. Hard education is the value systems. What value systems have you got? Can anyone say what value systems you have got for a workplace? First of all, let me try to understand. Do you understand what values means in a workplace? Any one example? Values. Any example? What does company expect you to have from a hard work is a value? No. Loyalty. Good. Hard work is one of definitely expected of you. Smart work maybe. What other values they expect from you? Communication. These are skills, but values. What your heart has to say. What? Sorry? Curiosity. Okay. Commitment. Okay. Some more C's are there. I hope you can get it. 2 more C's are there. Confidence. They expect something called as trust. Okay. In the interview, if they ask you, why should I trust you and hire you? You should have an answer. Okay. And let me tell you, if you answer it correctly, you'll get your job. So trust, why should they trust you? So what makes them hire you is very, very important. Okay? We'll get to that. So let's go to the next slide. So I asked you a question, what is happening in the world? So all teenagers and adolescents like you have told this, about 26,000 millennials were interviewed. I'm part of this organization called Virginia Tech. It's a US university. And you know what they have said? 45% said climate change is the #1 critical problem of the world. And the remaining have said that wars is going to be a problem. Is a big problem they say. Religious conflicts, poverty, okay, government accountability, transparency, corruption, okay, safety, security, well-being, lack of education, and food security and all that sustainability issues are coming down. Do you agree with this? This could be an international data, but do you agree with this? Or anybody has a difference of opinion? World events that affect you. இங்க தஞ்சாவூர்ல உட்கார்ந்து படிச்சிட்டு வேலை தேடுறவங்களுக்கு does these world events affect you? இல்லையா? Yes, it affects you. It is right. #1 is climate change is our biggest concern today. Okay, so that's what you have to get ready for it. You have to be part of being a climate change agent. So that's why this whole discussion is today. We are going to start the first foundation brick, laying the first foundation brick for you to become a climate change agent. Okay, so we are going to lead that into it. So get ready for it. Second is, do you all feel what the impact of the war? How? You're saying yes. I'd like to hear. That's a very interesting thing. If you can feel the impact of a war that's happening somewhere else.
Building economic damage down there.
The whole world is getting into a recession. Supply chains, most important thing, supply chains are hit. Okay. What other? You know how many people are getting displaced because of the war? Each war. Can you guess? Minimum 2 million people. Okay, well, 2 million is 20 lakh people. Okay, in the Mari, there are 7-8 wars going on now. I don't know if you've seen the world map. 7-8 wars are happening as we talk now. Easily about 1 crore people are getting displaced, and God only knows how many are getting injured. So one of the things was, I was working for one of a startup where we said WHO has given a list of 50 products that the world needs urgently. Prosthetic limbs is one of them. Prosthetic limb is the kai kaal ponavங்களுக்கு they have to create that artificial limb, right? You would have seen Jaipur foot and all that. Today if we have to produce we need 10 million prosthetic limbs to be given to people who have lost, not only in war, accidents, all over the world. 10 million is almost, 1 crore limbs are required. And there are not enough companies in the world to produce that. A college like this can be a lab to produce prosthetic limbs. And prosthetic limbs alone is not enough. It needs to go and get customized. So you need to set up camps where they go and set up the foot, and then it has to be customized till the patient gets comfortable with that. So there is a lot of, we call it as assistive technology. It's not just producing that, it's also assistive technology. There are not enough people to go and do this, providing assistance to the patients. Okay, so each one of you can produce even 10 prosthetic limbs or become part of the assistive workforce. You could help be part of the solution for the wars, some form or the other. A lot of people, displaced kids, don't have education. A lot of displaced families don't have food to eat. Okay, world over this is happening. Africa is anyhow having all these problems. India, there is enough poverty. So each one of you can be a sustainability, a change agent in this space. And let me tell you, you can work for the UN, you can work for any organization that is providing, and these are not NGOs alone.
Sir, you are not interesting at all.
Huh?
You are all sleeping. You are not making it interesting.
I'll come to that, yeah. I'm talking for them. Okay, so you have to find, I'm telling you about all the ways to find jobs now. Okay. So how do we make this interesting? All of you stand up, please. Let's start from the beginning. Please stand up. Okay. Everybody up? Yeah, thank you. So
Sir, jump.
okay. Can you repeat what I repeat, okay? Let's see. Two-hand men sit up. Two-hand men sit up. Untuk be sit up. Untuk be sit up. 1 to 11. Untuk be sit up. Two-hand men sit up. Untuk be sit up. Faster சொல்லுங்க. Two-hand men sit up. Untuk be sit up. ஓ சத்தம் கேட்கல, ஜோரா சொல்லுங்க. கையை தூக்குங்க. Two-hand men sit up. Untuk be sit up. கையை தூக்குங்க. யாரும் கையை தூக்கல. Two-hand men sit up. Untuk be sit up. கையை திருப்புங்க. Pat yourself. Very good, very good, very good. Shake yourself. நீங்க சொன்னது தெரியுமா? Two hand one sit down, untuk be sit down means what? Do you know? I think it means useless. I don't know, somewhere in Spanish or something. Okay, so I know this could get really serious, but we have to understand what's happening around you. It cannot be a fun thing. The whole world is needing your help. You are sitting here and not able to help people, including yourself. That's why we are discussing this topic. Please, can you go to the next slide? So what are companies doing? Companies are looking for people who understand this context. It's very, very important. You need to understand the context of what is happening around the world. நீங்க ஜாலியா போய் சுத்திட்டு வரது ஒண்ணு, பட் அங்க இருக்க pain points, what people are going through, if you understand. So one of the thing is resilience. You know the meaning of this word resilience? Resilience is a very important thing. Each one of you should be resilient to all that is happening. Be strong in your heart, in your mind, in your words that you speak. And companies are looking out for people who are resilient. So we will train you to become resilient in the coming days. That's why this is important. This message, you have to take it to your friends. Go and find out. Today you have the resources to go and find out what is being resilient. Come what may, you will learn new skills. Okay, that is one of the resilience powers. Come what, a lot of people told you don't have the resources for learning. Okay, The thing is, you have to go and find, you have mobile phones in your hand. Go and get the knowledge you want. Who is going to stop you? So build resistance towards, resilience towards learning. Learn whatever you want. Tabi mudichiruva innora half an hour da, okay? Then you go out and you be a different person, or you be the same person as you came in. Input came now, we are trying to transform. Output has to be something else. Okay, that's where we are working towards. So we are looking at now creating a new workforce. Okay. What if we create a world where companies come and set up, offices inside your campus, hire you and put you in that campus, in that workspaces, train you also, and then give you salaries. Okay? It's possible. Today it's happening. It's happening in Coimbatore colleges. Japanese companies are coming and setting up offices inside colleges like you. Why? Because they feel that the quality of students there is good, and where they can come and invest and convert that into an office environment. Okay? That noise you have to create. So please try to listen to what I'm saying. It's an important trend. You don't have to go and search for a job. Companies will come searching for you, provided you do that transformation. Idu eppadi pannom, enna pannom in the space la vande, we will start looking at it. So you have to become this iceberg. Okay? உங்களுக்குள்ள value system சொன்னோம்ல, that is the iceberg that we are talking. What is visible above as in what dress you are wearing, what kind of hairstyle you have, what is the words that you speak, இதெல்லாம் வந்து it's an external qualities that we are having. But 3/4 of what you are is inside. And most important part of your value creation happens in the college. Collegeல நீங்க என்னென்ன கத்துக்கிறீங்களோ அதுதான் வந்து it will be there for the rest of your life. You will be strengthening that. So do you have all that? Are you understanding trust? You trusted the college and you have come in. You are trying to develop skills now. You are trusting your professors. You are trusting your parents. You are trusting your friends to influence you. So this trust is what will expect you to go to a corporate, and the corporate will expect the same to you. So most importantly, the 3/4 of the iceberg. All you have to do is today when you go home, draw this iceberg of yourself. I wish I could have the time to do it here, but உங்களோட ஐஸ்பர்க் நீங்க டிரா பண்ணீங்கன்னா outside qualities என்ன, உங்களோட innermost qualities என்ன நீங்க போட்டீங்கன்னா, you will know where you stand, and you have to strengthen the 3/4 of the iceberg as you go. First year learning now, by the time you come to the third year, you should make it very, very strong, so that iceberg does not break. Even if Titanic hits you, the Titanic sinks, but not the iceberg. Okay? So this is an important message. Each one of you, please go home and draw your iceberg. We will start looking at it down the line. The next. So coming to what happened in the last 200 years, this is very important. I said mobility is important, right? First when man in the 70s, first wave of innovation happened. First wave they found iron ore. They started making mechanized tools for that. Industrialization era started, little bit of, And the most important is textiles. Man started wearing very good clothes. Okay? So, first time he felt good about himself and started, created the textile industry and started trading in them. Then, man wanted to move. So that's how the second wave started, the mobility. He created the steam engine, railroads, and then he started converting iron into steel, and then he started construction. That's the most important. And cotton was also, the textiles evolved to become, they found cotton in the second wave. That happened between, next slide, we'll give the exact ones. Yeah. Around, so first wave lasted for 60 years. Second wave it shrank. 55 years later, that disruption happened. And railway steam mechanization happened. Third wave, the steam, heavy engineering, electricity was born. Okay, during 1900, 1950s, and it lasted for 50 years. And this is when what happened? Two things happened. 1900 to 1950, that was basically to show the power of, the machineries that man created, and it destroyed the world. And most importantly, it gave birth to an industrial era. What happened? All the industries started getting set up. After that, petrochemicals were introduced, electronics and aviation. Man wanted to not just run, go fast in railroads, he wanted to fly. So, let me tell you, man's evolution is always about movement. So, mobility, the third factor that we saw, for you to go to the next phase of your life, mobility is very, very important, and all the inventions were around that. Today also, if Elon Musk is talking about going to Mars, he is talking about, creating hyperloops under the earth. All this is about mobility for going faster for human beings, right? Do you connect with what's happening around in the world? Or is it boring? Boring, huh? In the view, did you know about this view? Last 200 years, what happened, and where are you? Your generation is going to do something which is very, very miraculous. Next, the software happened. That is where our eras are there. Where, if you see 1990 to 2020, that era ended, where computerization happened. So in email, if you are talking about computerization, studying computer science and writing piece of code, that era is over. So what is happening after 2020? What did that one thing happen after 2020? Sorry? AI. I think we didn't touch it. What happened in COVID, right? COVID accelerated a lot of stuff. COVID is not the disruption. COVID enabled the disruption. It created hybrid workforces. It created a lot of change. But it also gave birth to quantum computing. In the sense, computing which is at the speed of light now. So AI is also a factor of that. And that's how the three things are born. So you are actually coming out of graduation and looking for a job in the sixth wave. And if you see the number of years, it has started coming down. Meaning disruption. What is meaning disruption? It is killing all the other. Do you see steam engines now? Okay. Do you see a lot of other industries? Maybe most of them have vanished. All have evolved into something else. The next 25 years, you are going to see something which no one has seen. So, you are the ones who are going to create this, be part of this change. Very importantly, you are going to create this change. And what are those? These three are only examples of that, but many are going to come. It is going to be things, meaning Internet of Things to Things of Things. Meaning everything is going to talk to everything. Connected things, we call it. Right? It is going to be nano, networked, autonomous, hypersonic, algorithmic intelligence with quantum computing. That full body gene sequencing is possible today, right? What does that mean? Every cell has 4 terabyte of data. Number body. We are humongous data in our body. Data that has chemical information, water information. You see behind every package food, whatever is there is inside our body. So every cell has 4 terabyte of data. Imagine if we have to get all the information from our body, humanly there was no computer to do that. Today, computers can do that kind of processing. You can do a full body gene sequencing, get the information, and maybe even predict cancers and other diseases that are going to come. That capability we have got. How are you going to use this and for our benefit of the mankind is left to you. We have no knowledge about that. The past generation don't even understand this. Okay, so this is the potential you are sitting here with. If you feel this subject is boring for you, that means you are losing your generation. You will just let this opportunity pass by. The next is synthesized. Biology, energy and reality, virtual reality, extreme reality, all converging. People can, I don't know, latest GOAT movie, last scene is all about synthesized biology. No, it's not just cloning, but it is about 3D printing organs, 3D printing of any part of the body, and actually creating a replica of human beings, not only human beings, any living being to food. So this is what is going to be the next 25 years. If you don't understand any of this, then you are in a different space altogether. Okay, so do I make sense, or where you're not getting whatever I'm speaking? Then I'll have to really change my tone. That's very important. Do we understand this? Seriously, anybody who doesn't understand, please, you can lift your hand. I'm okay to really get it cleared up. One person has already slept. It's very good. He's in his metaverse. Do you have to do the stand up again? One more time? Okay. So to make it faster, we are in a mind race today. All the era of automation, time, space, everything has passed by. This next 25 years is all about training your mind. So if you don't learn the art of training your mind, then it's going to be a challenge for you. Okay? Meaning how much you can stretch your mind to learn new things, how much you can train your mind to do new things for which you have no experience. Companies today hire you to do new things, not old things. Okay, so this is the new world of work. All this put together is the new world of work that is emerging. If you have to really understand this. If you talk about this one slide in your interview, you get your job. Okay? Next time I want you guys, some of you guys who are there laughing, to come here and present this slide for me, for us. Okay, sixth way of innovation. Now go and do your research. What does it mean for you? And in your age, what you should be doing. Everything is explained in the sixth way. And without your knowledge, it's happening in your backyard and you are not even aware of that. Okay? Whereas, I don't want to compare, US students are way ahead of us. American students, European students, that's why they are doing better research. That's why they are doing, because we are not even aware such a thing is happening. So please get ready, wake up, this half an hour, make it useful for you. You know, I can put you to sleep with long lectures, but I don't want you. So let's move faster, a couple of more slides, then we'll get into a more action based. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. Maybe move on to this. Okay. So, in the college lab, enna panna poringa? We'll come to that reality of. So here you are, wanting to become a graduate. So we have put some boxes, some arrows here by which you have to start getting serious about from first year to. We have put about 8 or 9 things. We have added 2 more to this. But try to understand this. Academic excellence is a given. You 50% எடுத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த companies you are eligible. 60% எடுத்தீங்கன்னா services company. 80% எடுத்தீங்கன்னா product companies. Captives, that is GCCs in global capability centers. 70% you are eligible for that. There are some norms in the industry. Do you know that? In your first year, you will not know it. In your second year also, only in your third year, you might, when you go to apply, you will know that suddenly and no arrears. If you have arrears, you are not eligible that year. Okay, you should have no pending arrears. So if you have all this, then you are in a back foot. So try to be good in your academics excellence. It is a given. Okay, on the subject, you are not expected to be drilled during your interviews or tests for company interview. Knowledge the percentages with no arrears you are eligible to apply. But they will test you in all other things. For example, technical brilliance. Subject knowledge skills gain. What kind of certifications you have got? Are you ready to do the job that you are aspiring to do? These companies they will test you. Okay, for example, the latest thing we are talking about is drones. Okay, drone industry what are the skills required? Along with drone flying, you are supposed to know drone design, drone maintenance, drone analytics, and application of drones. So that plethora of knowledge. And these are not rocket science. Simple. Over the weekend, you can gain this knowledge and be ready. Banking, similarly, such tools are there. So, how do you make yourself ready? Closer to what the company wants. We have given you a bridge. Behavioral competence on the soft skills. Somebody said communication. Okay, somebody said problem solving. These are the skills you should develop to engage with the corporates that are coming to your college, or you go in search of these colleges, corporates to get your jobs. So world of work, all these 8-9 things are expected. Are you industry relevant? இப்போ இருக்க industry, that sixth wave of innovation industry க்கு நீங்க relevant இருக்கீங்களான்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க prepare பண்ணணும். That's very, very important. Okay? So I'm leaving this slide. அப்போதான் வந்து you're a true graduate. Getting an academic qualification is not just enough. Okay? Are we in agreement? Please stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. Okay. How do we make this interesting? You have to help me now. Some points. What all we saw so far? Please quickly, let's recap so that you know. One point from your side, this side. Yes? Sorry? Employability, mobility, entrepreneurship, then? Good, you got at least the key words. I'm happy about it. What else? Sorry? Sixth wave. When does the sixth wave start? 20. Okay, good. Some people have noticed that. Okay, what else? What? World issues, yeah. What are the top 2 world issues? Very good, very good, very good. Can we get the mic that side? What else? Sorry? Iceberg, yes. What else? Yeah, please shout. No, I mean, I can't. Mobility. What else? Where in notice panninga? Sorry?
Employability.
Employability, okay, first one there. Then? The whole presentation is on what? Employability, correct. At least you take that term outside today. What else? In the slide line notice panninga. White House. What else? Graduation court மாட்டணும்னா என்ன பண்ணணும்? கரெக்ட் தான், எல்லாத்தையும் பாஸ் ஆகணும். வேற ஸ்கில்ஸ் கெயின் பண்ணணும். செகண்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல, தேர்ட் பாக்ஸ்ல என்ன சொன்னோம்? Soft skills, communication, excellent. Fourth box la I didn't say, but what it could be, industry relevance la enna iruknom? Experience, practicals, very good, internship, projects, all that. Fifth box la adha enna iruknom?